Having a positive mindset is a great first step towards fixing a lot of your problems on your healing journey. And I would highly advocate for things that help you find that. However, it is naive or a form of spiritual bypassing if you are telling people that having a positive mindset can fix any of your problems and that your suffering is your fault, because there are some things that cannot be fixed by a positive mindset. Like, for example, imagine that you are a quadriplegic. If you have a positive mindset, is that going to make your body all of a sudden start working? Are you going to be able to walk? What if your legs get blown off in a war? Is your big, giant, gaping leg wound going to be fixed by a positive mindset? Probably not. It's got to be either fixed by a doctor or some bandages. So those are just a couple very, very small examples of how this works. But on a bigger societal level, I think that when we say that a positive mindset can fix anything, we are on some level trying to absolve ourselves from the responsibility for social justice. And one of the main goals of spirituality is that it's supposed to ultimately lead us to compassion, because on our path, we come to this knowledge that we are all one. And in this oneness, it is our responsibility to help to uplift everyone. And I believe that so much, I wrote an entire book called Compassion is the Ultimate Goal of Spirituality. So if you want to check it out, the link's in my bio. But not my point. Compassion is really like the lifeblood of what our spirituality is supposed to be about, because when you become a better person, you are supposed to treat others better. And if you tell people that they should be able to fix all their problems all by themselves, then that's really hurting a lot of people. It's very ableist. It's assuming that you are basically an able-bodied adult in an industrialized country, because if that's you, then yes, having a positive mindset can probably fix most of your problems, because it gets you on the path towards those actions you need to take. However, not everyone has those advantages. I mean, look at children. If you're a child and you're like being abused by your parents, what if you're like 5 years old? Okay, you go tell your teacher at school that your parents are hitting you. The teacher tells the police go investigate your parents. The first offense, they never take the parents to jail. So then the parents are like, okay, well, a teacher's a mandated reporter. I'm going to pull my kid out of school and homeschool them. And a lot of those kids that are homeschooled, like, that really is a cover for abuse a lot of times. And kids are more likely to die from being abused in homeschool than they are if they go to a public school. And that is just a fact. So that child, they have such little recourse. I mean, what are they going to do? Run away from home at 5 years old? If they run away from home, 9 times out of 10, the police are going to take them back home. And that's not fixing their problem. So we need to have a deeper level of compassion for others and realize that we need to be a part of a bigger societal solution for a lot of these social justice issues. And if we're not doing that, if we're just telling people, oh, you can fix it by yourself, you know what? That is toxic positivity at its worst and a form of spiritual bypassing. And that is not what spirituality is supposed to be about. So make sure that if you're telling people you need to have a positive mindset, that you're not like covering actual real problems and minimizing the suffering of others, because that compassion, that is what we are supposed to become. That is what, like, the Buddha, the Dalai Lama, Jesus, Muhammad, all of them, they teach you to have compassion for others. And if you're not doing that, your spirituality has not gone deep enough, and you need to seriously examine yourself, okay? Thanks, guys.